All right, guys. Well, welcome back to Anomaly Anonymous, the Neverness podcast. We've got a much smaller cast this time around. Everything was super last minute because I was wrapping up the process of moving and other excuses. But joining me today, I've got Nitrogen and Vincent, our guests from the last episode and previous episodes. What have you guys been up to? What have you guys been playing? How are you doing today?
I'll let Nitro take this one first.
You can go ahead.
All right, fine. Then, and that's I'm doing fine. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Hope everyone's doing all right. Just chilling. Knocked down like 2 video edits today. It's basically like just a slow day. Nothing much. Just like doing my dailies, doing my work, and then probably gonna head off to sleep after the podcast. That's gonna be fine.
How many dailies do you have? How many games are you playing daily or gachas?
Oh boy, okay, fine. If we're gonna do it this way, then let's see. Honestly, I've kind of reduced the amount of games that I am playing on the daily. So it used to be that I'd be doing HSR, I'd be doing NTE, I'd be doing Zenless, I'd be doing a lot of games, right? No, this is like five games total, right?
That's far more than it should be.
Yeah. I agree with that sentiment. But the point is that I'm kind of just like ramping down the numbers of dailies that I'm doing. So I'm just sticking with the ones that I'm very interested in, which at this point right now, it's Zenless Zone Zero because it's like, it's just like my comfort game right now. And then there's Arknight's Enfield, which is the one that I am the most, some of the most interested in terms of like story and characters and scope and what they're doing, right?
That's both of you guys pretty much, right? You and Nitro both? Zenless and...
Regarding... Oh, yeah. Well, I'll let Nitro answer that question. I'm not going to speak for him.
What was the question?
Like your main game you would say is like Arknight's Enfield, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's a game I've been playing the most, especially when patch 1.4 came out. Man, that was such a crunch. I was doing like 13 to 14 hours for the 2 days when it came out because there was just too many obstacles.
That's with the like factories and stuff. Like that's like the biggest.
That wasn't the biggest issue. Oh. The biggest issue was that they brought in a completely new kind of material which changed the whole recipe system, and everything went from big ass from big productions to like maybe that you can put the entire Shirenite production into just Jingyu Valley, which is kind of huge because we could only do like 8 of them.
I don't know what any of this means.
You can put all 12 of them.
You can say naughty words on the podcast. You can cuss. It's okay.
Oh, last time you said it was a Christian podcast, so.
Well, we make it as Christian as we want it to be, right? But I do remember something about you. You had to sacrifice some of your playtime, Nitro, if I remember correctly, right? Because if you wanted to get those guides out fast enough, you had to skip the story. And I remember you coming over to like my stream at one point in time, and you're like, "Man, thanks for doing the story and stuff," because I had to skip everything to like fast forward all the way to the end to do the factory guides and everything.
2 times.
Yeah, man. Like
both on my EUN and Asia account.
We really need to be appreciative of our guide makers, man. We don't know the sacrifices they make.
I think that's a way of playing that I can't get behind. I'm super casual. I'm here for the C tier anime stories that we get in these games. That's just me though.
And the despair I felt when I got to know that there was actually a time-gated resource that that brought even more resources into the factory, and we needed to produce like 20,000 units of liquid Shirenite to get there, and each of them took like 22 minutes to fill up, so it took quite a while.
Yeah, the vents were like really they were supposed to be something that you would just like spend a bit of time doing. It wasn't something that you were supposed to just like finish instantly, I assume.
I, well, that's not the style I have over here.
Everything is quick with you. You speed run that shit.
I don't know.
I mean, even
the
some of the
factories held me
commenters-
back. I couldn't get into the factory
really?
building. Not that I couldn't.
You don't have
it's
to
just-
worry about that.
I wasn't at the place in my life to play the game, but now that it's been out, I think it's going to be. I think it might be because I'm going to catch up and stay caught up in NTE, all the Hoyo games, Wuwa, and Arknights. I feel like Arknights would be a good early one to do since it's so fresh. Like we have, what are they on 1.5?
You mean Enfield?
Yeah, Enfield. When I say Arknights, I mean
Because
Enfield.
if you say
I'm not playing
Arknights,
the
then
Tower
the
Defense.
OG.
the OG. Yeah, 7 years of story.
Hey! I mean, listen. He's planning on catching up on so many games. Like, if he's doing HSR, if he's doing Zenless Zone Zero, if he's doing Withering Waves at some point, he has a lot of content. Like, if you add those up, I'm sure you're gonna get to like 7 years. So it's kind of similar to OG Archive.
It's a
to an
lot.
extent. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But I got my goals. We'll see if I can do it by the end of the year. Be all caught up in everything.
Good luck. I don't think
By the end of the year, you can forget that.
I-
August.
4 months?
No, I don't.
3.5 months.
No, maybe
no.
by next summer.
Sometime next
Maybe
year,
by Anime
maybe.
Expo.
Yeah, well, the
sometime
goal,
maybe next year. Yeah.
the goal is sooner rather than later. Now that I'm a retired 30-year-old who wants to do this
Oh,
thing
damn,
full time,
you
I
old
might be
man.
able to do it.
You're about to become a fossil.
But yeah, you guys have anything
Bruh.
else going on? Because I know you guys weren't playing that much Neverness to Everness this time around. This patch.
I started I did a little community post, and my community decided to troll me. I was like, there are 3 games that I've been gone away from for years, right? And there were 3 games: the OG Arknights, the Limbus Company, and Genshin Impact. And my community decided to troll me, and they voted all for Genshin Impact. And now I'm supposed to like try to catch up with Genshin Impact, which is kind of insane considering the last time I played it was during Natlin. I kind of knocked it out. I did my first stream on Sunday. I kind of knocked down 3 quests really quickly, right? Which is funny. I basically ended the Archon quest, like the main story quests for Natlin, and supposedly what's waiting for me now is the Nod Cry section. So I'm curious to see how that's gonna play, because I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't a big fan of Natlin. Not in the sense of like the story being told, not in the sense of the region or the characters. Like the only 2 characters that I kind of like are Sitlali and Mavuika, and that's about it, right?
We don't like Mulan.
Spoiler.
Listen, Mualani's fine. She's nice and cheerful, but listen, I really okay. Coming back to Genshin the way that I did, it really just felt like I'm dealing with a very safe story. I don't want to say story for children, right? Because that's kind of like the purpose. The purpose is to like have the traveler meet new people and make friends. So I'm not going to do that, but I do feel like I'm going through a really safe story, at least for the Natlin section, which is a very big departure from Fontaine, because Fontaine was really interesting to me, especially with Farina. Like Farina was like the peak of Genshin Impact, at least from what I've experienced so far. People say it's getting even better in Not Cry, and what they're doing in Snezhnaya is amazing. So I'm waiting to see that. But right now, Natlin felt very safe to me.
I'm still in
Power of
Sumeru.
friendship.
Oh
Like-
boy, okay.
I'm like early in Sumeru, so my plan is to do a full replay of Genshin. Like I'm gonna pick Eula or something and just play through the game with her and just do like a full replay of all the story. And yeah,
At least do
dear
yourself a favor and don't play it with the English VA.
I'm doing it in English.
Don't be
'cause
stupid like Vincent is.
Yeah, I normally
My
play
one
these
is
games with
even
the JP
worse.
Yeah.
In the English VA, Paimon is even worse than it is in the Japanese. I mean, if you took it, if you just removed Paimon from the equation, then I could actually recommend Genshin.
If Paimon was removed from Genshin Impact, nothing of value would be lost.
Exactly. We need
Oh,
a mute
God.
button for Paimon, just
They gave
like
it to us.
Tagido
Yeah.
got.
I'm being mean. I know I'm being mean. It's fine.
You are
Don't worry.
not. Those are just facts.
Anyway, that was my idea of what I was doing while not playing NTE. What about you, Nitro?
Yeah, so mainly I've been covering Ananta because yeah, it's quite obvious since I was playing NTE. I am also interested in playing Ananta, and I've got wind of some yeah, caught wind. It's more like that I just found some more activities in the last 2 months than there were in the entirety of the year ever since they released the first not first but the gameplay trailer 10 months ago. And so far it seems like they might be coming to Gamescom, and if they do, then I really hope they are also bringing a new demo to play, because
That's
I just can't wait to
that's
get
so
my
exciting.
hands.
You guys are both going to be there, and I'm crazy jealous. But the gameplay trailer was 10 months ago. A lot happens in a year. I'm really excited to see what they've cooked up since.
I really hope they
Then.
are releasing it this year, or we are getting at least a global
Beta.
test.
Yeah.
But
I'm
I
not
would
so
really
sure.
love to get an official release this year.
Like maybe we're gonna get some info at Gamescom. I don't know, but definitely a release this year might be a little too optimistic, is my opinion. But you never know.
Yeah, you will never know. And also last year when they were talking about releasing the game in a Japanese magazine, they said the goal is 2026. While yeah, for sure, that's not an official release date. That's the main goal of theirs when it comes to a release date for Ananta.
People want to say like, oh, but GTA 6 is coming out. And I don't really know
Yeah, it
that,
doesn't
like,
matter.
I don't think that they impact one another at all. Like, there may be some crossover in people who are going to play both, but I don't think anybody's going to be like, oh, I'm not going to play it because GTA 6 is here, or vice versa. I think that that's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, I think people are going to be able to try both. That's the thing. I think people are going to be able to try both. And in some ways, I would consider Ananta to be a gateway drug for the GTA community to come to the anime side, as it were. Because, normally the people who play GTA, they don't overlap. They're not interested in the anime aesthetic. But this time around, you could find yourself in a situation, since anime became more popular across the years, you could end up in a situation where the GTA community now is much more open to the idea of trying out something like this.
Yeah, I could see it.
And
because it does give like the prototype vibes, if you guys ever played that way back in the day, or Spider-Man.
Yes.
Like,
man, I'm feeling nostalgic.
Yeah, it gives those vibes pretty heavy, and I think it's going to be more wide appealing. There will be some people who still don't like it because it's still too anime, but like, it's got a pretty cool aesthetic.
It does. Okay. Speaking of the aesthetic, or more likely, not necessarily the aesthetic, what have you guys seen up until now regarding? I might derail it. If I'm derailing this, let me know. What have you seen so far from Ananta's gameplay? Because personally, I am slightly concerned about the direction where Ananta is going with its gameplay.
In what part?
So normally, the first few promotional videos that I've seen for Ananta's gameplay had this unique play style for every single character. You had the paint girl who used to lob all sorts of like paint bullets and paint graffiti grenades, and
yeah, right.
Yeah, they had all sorts of like different skills. There's also the girl with the katana and stuff. There's the police girl. So all of them had these unique playstyles to them. However, recent gameplay that was caught from, I think it was from 10 months ago, right? When Ananta came to a con to present their game. People kind of, I at least noticed that even though they swapped characters, the gameplay was kind of the same, which was that Arkham style combat that you had with Batman, if you remember, where the whole idea is to like smash the attack button, enemies would attack, you would counter, and it seemed like I assumed initially that was the playstyle for the main character, right? But apparently that might not be the case because the police girl and the short bunny with the scooter also has that same combat style. And I am worried that we're heading in a direction with Ananta. While I like the Batman Arkham style combat, I'm kind of worried that every single character that's going to be introduced in the game is just going to be the same game style, the same combat style that the main character has. And the uniqueness, like the paint girl, is not going to have those abilities that were shown in the promotional video anymore.
So the characters would just all kind of end up feeling samey and just like
exactly
different visuals, but same gameplay. Yeah,
exactly.
I have only seen the gameplay trailer, and I wasn't paying too heavy of attention to like the combat and stuff. It looks fun. I think that like game developers are smart enough now to where they would recognize that pretty early on. So hopefully, like I said, it's been almost a year since the last gameplay. Hopefully we'll get some updated to kind of get an idea of how everybody else plays in addition to. So,
my take on your question, Vince, is that, to be honest, we've been conditioned into expecting every character to have these flashy, not even unique at this point, play styles because of the gacha games, for which we are obviously the content creators of. So that's kind of a given. But I wouldn't, at least I am not really worried about the combat system. As of now, we'll see whether if they appear at Gamescom and I can get my hands on it. But since it looks the same, and not looks the same, it's actually the same, almost the same as Ark Asylum, or
you were gonna
Arkham
say
City.
Arknights, I know. Yeah, it's Arkham. It's Arkham. Yeah.
I was about to say Arknights. Yeah,
Arknights content creator.
Arkham Asylum, and it from the weapon selection system. It seems to be the same as with GTA 5. Because I know how both of these games play, I am kind of optimistic about how it's gonna feel, because I really like their system, and just as the best example for why Ananta has the chance to succeed even with such a combat system is because just look at GTA 5. Even 10 years after, you can still enjoy the combat system without fail.
Yeah, and it's interesting because
I can just go in there.
Yeah. You mentioned, we're going to get characters and they're going to feel the same, but we don't know what their system's going to look like. And when it comes to like all the major gacha games right now, we get 2 characters every 5 weeks and we expect them to feel different, but we may not be getting the same kind of patch cycle with character releases in Ananta specifically, since there's not really a focus on a gacha system. I feel like characters will probably be more like heavily integrated in the story. So whenever we get a new character that we can unlock and play around with, they'll probably, this is just me spitballing, but be introduced as they're introduced in the story and then become playable through that. I don't know. I figure there's probably more of a grind than just, I want this character, so I'm going to pull for it. You're going to have to like play stuff to unlock the character. I don't know.
Here's
Yep, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, basically, there is something that you latched onto, and I kind of want to latch onto as well. Yeah, Gacha games basically like programmed us to expect like at least 2 characters per patch and whatever. Like that's perfectly fine, and I wouldn't have any issue when it comes to what Ananta is trying to do. Like if it's trying to remove the 2 characters per patch type thing, I don't even know if we're going to get patches. Maybe we're going to get more like expansions, like normal games used to be. Right? We're not necessarily going to have the same patch cadence like something like Genshin Impact or Withering Waves. I would be okay with that. In fact, I would be okay if we just stuck to a set cast of characters, not necessarily having one new character introduced every, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, right? I would be okay with just like sticking with the character, making those relationships be as strong as possible, keeping that core cast and letting players get attached to them. I think that would be really interesting compared to what we've already had up until this moment, which is it's kind of getting overbloated to the point where, like, okay, if you're playing multiple Gacha games, there comes a limit as to how many characters can you grow attached to, right? I don't remember what the limit is, but there's this limit called, I don't remember what it's called, but it basically says that you can only care as a human being about 120 or so people in your life, right?
Right.
Because everything else is just like too much for you.
Like our brains can't.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I'm assuming that if you, how does this translate into gacha? Right. How many gacha characters can you actually care about truly? If you're playing like Genshin, which has like almost 100 at this point, if not over 100, and you're also playing like HSR and Withering Waves, that is like already close to 200. How many characters can you actually like get attached to?
Yeah,
You know,
Man, that's some BS. I can barely care about 20 people in my life,
well,
and that's
I don't remember
including
what it's
my
called.
pets.
Oh my god. Okay.
I mean,
But
it's only you guys, my parents, my sister, and my pets, and that's it.
close family and friends. Yeah, basically. We
I
we have a
couldn't care
limit,
less
otherwise we
about
get
the other
exhausted.
people.
Exactly.
interesting. Yeah, I'm super curious. I'm already going to have to put a timestamp helping people to skip if they only want NTE content. And we're already
Sure,
22
Yeah,
minutes
we've
in.
been here.
Let's
22
get into
minutes
some
of
NTE
NTE.
because I know that
right.
you guys have kind of fallen off in 1.2. However, you guys still follow the game. So if we don't have that much to say about 1.2, we can get into 1.3.
Well, I've been spending the past 3 hours trying to go through the game, so
I'm
I
catching up.
do have some ideas. Some ideas, yes.
You got a general gist of the feeling, and since it's so fresh, we'll start with you. How do you feel about this ARPG mode that they've basically added?
Well, personally, I find the entire idea insanely interesting because I have played Dungeons and Dragons in my life, and some of the roleplay elements that I've had to like go through were really, really fun. At one point, I just had like this emotional robot that was my character, but he was a paladin, right? Sorry, emotionless robot, not emotional. Emotionless robot that was a paladin, and even though he didn't believe in anything, but he was still a paladin using holy
magic?
powers. Even
Wait,
yes,
and,
exactly.
and
But there was an actual reason why that was the case. I'm not going to go into it now because there's a lot of detail. But there was a reason, a lore reason that was really cool.
We'll save that for our interview coming soon.
Yeah, exactly.
by the way,
Okay.
emotionless robot?
Yeah,
Robots
there's
don't have emotions to begin with.
Okay, the Warforged are different in Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay,
Warforged
makes
can end up
sense.
having some emotions. This one was more like an experiment. He was literally just turned on at the beginning of the campaign. But anyway, I
Okay,
love
makes
what they're
sense.
doing
Thank you
with
very much.
NTE. And to be perfectly honest, does anyone else feel like this is just like an isekai adventure? What they're doing with NTE? It's basically like your usual power fantasy and anime where you get dropped into a world, you have stats. Mint was the dumbass cat who decided to put all of her points in strength. Also, how the hell
You
does she?
you skipped one detail.
Okay,
Hot. Dumb
okay,
cat.
Okay, fine. Hot dumbass cat, okay? That put all of her skill points into strength. By the way, how do you have 99 skill points at level 1? That makes no sense. Okay. And
Because you are
second,
the overpowered protag.
okay,
You
wait,
just said
maybe,
it.
wait, no, wait, I have the idea. She played the game before with 2 different teams. She has a prestige character. That's what it is.
Oh,
She
we
is
are
in
going into WoW, World of
She's in
Warcraft
New
lore.
Game Plus Plus. New Game Plus Plus. That's what she's in. But I do like what they're doing, and it's kind of like, imagine if you had something like this in real life. A game, like it's basically Jumanji, right? You play with your friends, and then it's kind of like a combination between like Jumanji and VR, because you get sucked into the game and you live in the world of the game, and apparently you get to sleep in the game. Like, what are we doing here? How is time
Things are getting
progressing?
hotter.
Yeah, no, how is time progressing outside of the game? Does the anomaly itself manipulate your perception of time, or what is actually happening there? It's a really interesting concept. I like it. And I like that we're using this to basically just explore Shinku's little insecurity issues that she has, considering her past and her powers, that
Yeah,
are
she's
more,
scared.
She's scared of hurting people.
Yeah.
Basically, what I did so far, I finished 2 of the 4 zones as far as I can see. I am in the current 3rd zone called Amber Syrup Lake, and right now we're just like, we were just grinding before this call. That was basically it. I was trying to make my way through the game.
Would you see yourself, if you choose to keep playing NTE and stay caught up in the game, would you see yourself being okay with or even excited for future content within 999 Nights, whether it's events or like actual little side stories or what have you?
The way I see myself enjoying this game mode, if it gets expanded upon, is with just like different, like more content additions, not necessarily small time events, right? Because I'm gonna be honest, like the events have kind of lost all importance for me, and it doesn't just matter for like NTE. I'm talking about Gacha games overall, right? I kind of want to get off the FOMO track. I don't care if events are happening. I stopped doing events in Withering Waves. I stopped doing events in HSR. I'm just like, just let me do my story, and that's about all I am doing, right? The only games that I keep up with events as well is ZZZ and ArcNet's Enfield. But in terms of like NTE, if I want more content for this game mode, I just want to see like, because right now they can do anything with it, right? Since the game, basically this board game that they're using, 999 Nights, it basically just creates an entire adventure based around the players that are going into the game. So you could basically have an entirely different group with maybe Lacrimosa, maybe with Chaos, maybe with Hotori, right? Maybe you can have like an entire game night with the Ibon shop, right? That would be kind of fun.
That'd be cute.
Like you have Nanali, Hotori, even Adler, like the old uncle of the group, right? That would be really
Also, Vincent of our group.
Oh, shut up. But yeah, that's what I kind of expect. I kind of expect like new adventures with like different environments that are not what we currently have in this current version of NTE. By the way, the environments are really nice. And I just want to say, like, whoever made this, whoever works as a developer at NTE, they are a huge Claire Obscure fan. They love Expedition 33.
I feel that.
I can tell, right? The inspirations are there, and it shows. I like what I'm seeing.
I should probably play Expedition 33. I didn't even watch anything about it. I just heard that it's a good game.
It's a beautiful game. It's a masterpiece for sure.
Just don't spoil yourself. If you're gonna play, just play, go in blind, and just enjoy the ride.
I mean, like I said, I don't even get recommended anything about Expedition 33. I just heard Esmond and the others talk about how gorgeous and good of a game it was.
It really is good. Highly recommend.
Very good game. What about you, Nitro? What's your experience been like thus far? How are you feeling about NTE, 999 Nights, etc.?
So, first I'm gonna talk about the triple nine nights. Um, I've taken a bit of a leave, so to say, aka I didn't do any of the events and so on for the last 2 weeks about now. And now that I come back to the game and just enjoy it for what it is, I kind of have to say that I enjoyed it. It was quite some fun to play the triple nine nights, and I also like the aesthetics of it because I'm also not a D&D player but enjoyer, so to say, because I just watch stuff about it. I can see you grinning there, Finn.
I'm just wondering, what exactly have you been watching? Because it sounds to me like you're either watching Critical Role or maybe the Legends of Vox Machina, like the new animations that they put out.
I I'm not even sure. I just watch a channel. I don't
Vince,
even know their name.
it looks like it looks like Vince just pushed his mic up for you to answer the question into Vince's mic. That looked funny. If anybody's watching on camera and not just falling asleep to this, I think it's fun too. I think it's interesting, right? Because you think about an ARPG like Diablo or Path of Exile, and I think that they have something similar to Gacha games. The combat's just not that hard, and you
No.
push buttons. The difference between a Gacha game, though, and a Diablo or Path of Exile ARPG, in these other games, in these ARPGs, you're able to make really cool builds based on like your gear and your skills, and you get really cool builds out of it. And I think if they wanted this to succeed and not just be a fun little like gimmick, for lack of a better way of putting it, they could really, if they wanted to, invest into that part of it in terms of equipment and like gear sets and how the builds actually work, because that could be a way to kind of bridge that gap and not keep it feeling like, okay, cool, I kill things until I level up, I get better gear, then I kill things till I level up, get better gear, and you keep having that whole cycle of the monsters are just meat bags that you just do damage to. They're just HP sponges, to make it more fun, because those kinds of things are pretty similar to me between the two genres of games. I think the big difference is the builds that you create in a traditional ARPG.
I'm
That's
not
an
sure how. Yeah.
It's okay. All right, let me finish real quick. That's an interesting idea because one that I think that might not necessarily be the best fit for NTE. A reason being is it's a Gacha game, right? And you know, like when you're dealing with like stuff like Path of Exile and Diablo and stuff like that, you have multiple abilities per character. Whereas in Gacha games, you usually have your E and your ultimate ability, right? So the only way that I'm seeing this work, where you basically have different builds based on the character that you have, is if they would specifically design new abilities for this game mode. That's about the only way that I can see it working, which would be interesting. I'm not saying it's not, but it does mean it would take a lot of development time, I'm assuming, which, you know, when it comes to gacha games, they tend to try to minimize the amount of effort they put into this. Now, NTE is doing some interesting stuff from what I've seen so far, like at the very least with the environments and what they're trying to do each patch so far seems to have piqued my interest. They seem to be trying to do stuff differently compared to other gacha games, but I am not sure to what extent they are willing to go. So if they want to go above and beyond, be my guest. I will be pleasantly surprised by that. But my expectations for that to actually be a thing so far are kind of minimal.
Yeah, let me be quick. I, I can hear.
This is me
Anyways,
being quick.
we have some issues there. But anyways, not sure how far you've gotten through triple nine nights, Nyph.
I
At
beat it.
what level did you stop? Oh, you beat it. Then you already know the weapon that you can get to for Shinku. Not weapon, but gear set, which allows you to make this flame not sure what the full name of this effect is. White flame, I believe, with which you can just dodge and then have this area around you that kills the enemies. And they are already experimenting with these different kind of sets that you can use. So if they start going into in this direction, in which they introduce more and more that we can use per character, things could get quite interesting with this ARPG mode.
Yeah,
And I
definitely.
really hope they expand on it because it has the potential. But it will be only up to them as to what they make it out to be.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I found it interesting to have. So I'm happy that Hoda decided to skip a chapter to put some polish on it and kind of gave us this filler patch. Not filler content in like a negative context. A lot of people had a lot of fun with a lot of the content that went on based on what I've been seeing. But the fact that they're going to be giving us the next chapter of the more main story, if we want to say it that way, I'm really looking forward to it. The trailer that they gave us in 1.3 was really cool, and I'm excited. I don't know about you guys. Like, if you guys, Nitro, are you generally a story enjoyer, or are you just skipping all that?
I would be a story enjoyer if it's not for Arknights NP and the factory. But I'll definitely try to enjoy the story a lot more. And if you look at it that way, I didn't really skip that much story of NTE because 1.2 didn't really introduce anything new, so to say, to the main story quest line. And 1.1 was, so to say, the finishing part of the story so far.
Well, my understanding
But
is the Scarlet Letter chapter is supposed to be finishing with 1.3. Like, I don't think we're done there.
that's
Yeah.
no, my bad. I didn't mean to word it that way. What I meant was that we skipped a story chapter with 1.2. So there was no continuation to the 1.1 story mission. That's what I actually meant.
Gotcha.
And not that it ended there. But I am quite interested in that because not only because Zanko is becoming playable, and the animations are yeah, some of them are definitely Wuwa inspired, especially the ultimate with the Cantrella one, and also the not pole dancer, in her case string dancer, coming down from the sky. But besides that, her her character seems to be fine.
She looks good.
I
But
just
what
want to
I
say. Oh, go
yeah,
ahead. Go ahead. Sorry. No, go ahead. Finish your idea.
that's gonna be a bigger rabbit hole that I wanna go in regarding NT. So finish it first.
Well, I am definitely excited for the story that we are going to get. Like, I remember finishing 1.1, and I was very interested to see how we're going to deal with the Scarlet Letter, how we're going to get Daffodil back, what's going to happen to Nunnally, is she going to recover? Like, I really did enjoy that. Problem is that canonically, chapter 7, which is the 999 nights thing. Oh my god, it's so rough to say that quickly.
999.
Triple nine nights, right? It happens after patch 1.3, right? That's how it's supposed to go chronologically. Now, the problem that I have with that is that it's kind of spoiling the ending of 1.3 because you see at the beginning of 1.2 that Nunnally is just fine, right? You don't see Daffodil, so you don't know what's up with her, but like you can see that Nunnally is doing better, which kind of like cuts away from the
I
idea
didn't even
of
notice that.
well, of course, you're a story skipper. And I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm just saying this that, bro, you got guides to make, so it is what it is.
Is this like a mint picker slur now? But
No,
instead
no,
of
no.
mint picker, story skipper.
Yeah, it is in Final Fantasy 14. If you've played that game, it is. Oh my God, you're a filthy story skipper. How dare you? Ugh.
I mean, Final Fantasy
Second-class
14
citizen.
story is so good. Like you
It is,
shouldn't
it is.
I haven't
skip
played
that.
that game either.
It's very good.
I
It's
really
a
have
lot
to
of
catch up
story.
on classics.
It's really nice. It's one of the best ones that I've ever seen in a fantasy game. Anyway, coming back to NTE, the point is that I didn't like the fact that they kind of spoiled what was happening to Nunnally at the beginning, but that's fine. It was just like 1 minute. We went into the story itself. However, I am very excited for 1.3. Zanko is looking amazing.
I like the
Okay.
rework.
Yeah, we are
is
talking about you. Yeah.
She is an amazingly beautiful woman, gorgeous. I didn't expect her to have the ultimate that she does, and I'm just gonna rant here for a little while. Okay, I am so tired of people trying to claim that everything that other gacha games do is done by Withering Waves. It's copied from Withering Waves. How about we give some respect to the proper origin, which is Fate Stay Night? Saber using Excalibur, that's exactly what that thing is. It is not.
fair enough.
Yeah, it is not Withering Waves. Can we please calm the hell down? Okay. Second,
I am not a Fate enjoyer, so
I'm not a Fate enjoyer either. I am not. Like I only watch like Unlimited Blade Works and Fate Zero. That's about it.
yeah, same.
And
So I should know by now. Yeah, fair point.
exactly.
You don't even
right?
have to say.
But the point is, when it comes to like something like Camellia's drop down, sure, you could say that's inspired from there. That's perfectly fine. At this point, it's just like, congratulations, you managed to identify the origin. But I do like it. I do like it when I see people like losing their minds over copying, right? Because it's always this.
You
There's
couldn't
kind of
have
this.
said that more sus by stroking your.
They
Your
it's this
stand.
cable. I want it to be straight. I don't
Yeah,
like it when it's okay.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
Try
Point
to
is,
don't try
I
to talk
never-
yourself out of this.
I never like it when people are throwing copying accusations, because guess what? Copying or taking inspiration, whatever you want to call it, is how the gaming industry was built. And it has allowed the gaming industry to evolve. And personally, I am of the opinion that this should be the way going forward, as it has been up until now, because it just breeds innovation. Right. Think about it this way. I don't know how many of you know about that one game from Warner Brothers Studio, the Mordor game. What was it called?
Shadow of Mordor?
Yeah, Shadow of Mordor. Thank you so much. Right. It had that one system called the Nemesis system,
So
which they
cool.
patented. It was such a cool system, but because they allowed to patent that system, no other game could ever use that system and improve upon it, right? So I think that is.
I mean, there are
huge
still
waste.
loopholes, probably
No,
that they could use.
no. There was no other game that came out with the Nemesis system, and it
No,
is such a shame.
By that I mean that there are definitely loopholes that not loopholes, but some kind of way you could implement something very similar without getting into a lawsuit.
That's the
what I'm
problem
saying.
with doing a whole system like that. That's why you can't. There was this cake pop drama
I mean,
on the internet.
problem
where
is I
that's why
don't
you
know
can't
what the-
trademark a recipe or like patent a recipe, because it's like
The problem is that rather than testing it out and seeing like, can we get away with it, people just prefer to not risk it from the get-go, right? Which is why you've never seen anyone, because like, why would you want to risk a lawsuit? Why? And one that most likely you are going to lose. You are already starting at a disadvantage because you are implementing something that looks like and behaves like something that is already patented. So you're already starting from a very disadvantageous position, and you would have to prove your thing in your you would have to prove your case in court, which is not something that people want to do. So you're risking a lot of money, a huge loss, and developers don't want to
fair
risk
enough.
that.
imagine if Hoyo
So-
patented banners. Like, I mean, that wouldn't be that bad.
mean-
We wouldn't have all these games with banners in them.
I mean, They could just point at Fate Grand Orders and say,
Yeah.
you can do that because they have been doing it way before your company basically existed in the gacha space. So go fuck yourself.
There was a moment in time where Kuro Games tried to patent their concerto bar mechanic.
I didn't know that. Huh.
Concert.
Yeah. This was like
Oh.
2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember exactly what. Point is that I got into like a heated conversation with some people on Twitter regarding this, and I was like,
Oh, Twitter.
bros, you do not want
It,
that.
the
You do
wasteland.
not want this. Trust me when I say, if you enjoy this mechanic, if you like it in Withering Waves, you want other people to use it because other people using it will end up improving it eventually, right?
Yeah.
And they just didn't listen. But it is what it is. So yeah, copying is, as unintuitive as that sounds, taking inspiration can be very beneficial to the gaming industry overall, and eventually, like beneficial towards us because we end up getting the improvements and we end up enjoying them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything
fairness.
is like inspired by something else too. Like originality is pretty dead. Not to say that there's not like original or unique ideas, but many things are going to be like, oh, well, that looks awfully close to this. And it's like, at the end of the day, I don't really like care unless if there's like something's like blatantly ripped off, like these like mobile games that just have literally Naruto and Sasuke in there kissing or something.
Oh God.
I don't know, but like there's like
I wasn't expecting that part.
there's like mobile games that just have characters from animes that they're not allowed to have. They don't have licenses for, and I'm not in support of that. That's plagiarism. That's different from taking inspiration
Exactly.
from. I don't consider having a similar skill animation to be plagiarism because Camellia was inspired from something else, and yeah, that's just my opinion.
That's a completely fair take.
Other-
And I would be a hypocrite if I were to say that it's bad because Ananta is basically Spider-Man X, GTA 5 X,
Batman Arkham Asylum.
So yeah, it would basically be hypocritical from me to say that it's bad for a company to copy such things because it's odd because Ananta is basically doing the exact same thing.
However, I am very interested in the 1.3 storyline because I want to see where we're going with the Scarlet Letter stuff. Because up until now, the Scarlet Letter has been present, but so far, it doesn't really have that much. I don't know what to expect from them. I don't know if this is supposed to be like this major criminal organization that is going to be the main villain that we are going to have in NTE, much like how the Fraxidus and the Fatui are for their respective games, or if they're just like supposed to be a stepping stone towards something greater. Because we have to remember, at the beginning of NTE, we had to deal with those biblically accurate angels that were anomalies and whatever. So I'm wondering when are we getting back on track to that? When are we getting back on track to the idea as to why Zero lost his memory, right? I'm eager to see the conclusion for the Scarlet Letter as well, but how much of an important role are they going to play in the grand scheme of things is my question.
I am mentioning anomalies. I really hope that they will also get back on track on that part because I've noticed that they are not putting as much effort into making different kind of unique anomalies all around the city like they did in patch 1.0. Yeah, sure, that's the very first patch. We obviously need something to try them out, but I really like the ideas uh, they were experimenting with, like the hospital, the TV one, which was those shadow figures following you around in the school, and so on. And they could also just implement them from memes and such.
I can tell you for a fact they will add to that list, but they will not add to it on a on a normal patch. They will do it on a major expansion, so a 2.0 version.
Yeah,
That when we get a
I
new
am just
city,
fine with that.
yeah,
But it
that's
would
when
be
it happens.
nice if they gave us just a little more to enjoy of to enjoy those kinds of little anomalies.
I think it's a pretty popular opinion too, based on what I've been seeing in my comments, is that like some people are like, hey, like I like the horror elements in some of these anomalies and I'd like to see more of it.
Definitely.
So while it may be a lot of work, and it may not be doable on a 1-to-1 per patch cycle, it would be nice if we got like a few sooner rather than later. Not just on like, what do you call those 1.0, 2.0? Like, is there a word for that? But like, not just on the huge
Version up.
patches. Is
Oh,
it version update?
the version updates are basically the big ones. So like the 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 experience.
Okay.
Otherwise, we just refer to them as normal updates or just patches, right?
Right.
Anything that comes in
Because
between the
patch
major
is
versions.
building upon the
Yeah.
version, and the
Mhm.
version is the one that brings the new, the most new stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
pretty
would
much.
be nice to get a couple sprinkled in because I've heard a desire for those. And I mean, they're bringing out this whole auction system. The next patch, we're getting volleyball. Like, they're able to implement some these feel like pretty big updates for like a whole mini game. I'm not sure how much like effort goes
Oh,
into
man.
that. But if they could do that, maybe in the next patch 1.4, give us a new anomaly instead of a new city hangout, whatever.
Speaking
What
of volleyball, I really hope they fix the controls a little bit, because as of the beta server, it's really clunky to play it.
Hmm.
Man, and fun fact, if anybody's hearing this later when the patch 1.3 is out, if you want to play volleyball, turn off your um, frame gen, because that's gonna prevent you from using your left and right click, or H and J were the buttons for them. It completely shuts them off, just like it did with me back in 1.0 when I was having issues with fishing. You probably still remember that, Nyph.
I did not know
Damn,
that.
I
That
didn't know
is
that was
good
a thing.
information. I need my left and right click buttons. Those are pretty essential. I don't know. I'm excited
Yeah,
for the mini
and the
games.
funny thing is, it's only inside the volleyball, nowhere else.
Weird. What do you guys think of the
Okay.
skins we're getting?
Oh,
If-
mean to speak.
If we're talking Zanko, oh dear God! Like, listen, I
Wow.
love all of her skins. Like even the black one that's basically like a catsuit, and then there's the more casual one with the red sweater and the black
I like that
cap.
one. That
Bro,
one's nice.
Now
yeah, that's the
that's
best one in
elegant.
my opinion.
That's a
What?
French one.
The- what
That's the most
whatever it
French but
is,
most elegant one.
whatever it is, I don't care where it comes from. I will learn. I will learn French for that woman. Okay, I will go up to her and I'd be like, "Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?" I don't care,
Yeah,
right?
you will bark. You will bark for her in French, don't you?
Well,
Wouldn't
I
you?
will immediately like she just I don't know much French right now, but the instant she shows up in that outfit in front of me, I will become proficient just like that.
I agree.
We can't even comment on that. And you
Listen,
were
I
the
have a
one
thing for
trying to tell
listen.
me that you're not a gooner,
I
and
never said,
that you're not
bro,
horny.
bro. Wait. Did you hear me say anything untoward? I said I would learn French for this woman. That's all I said.
I'm talking about this outside this podcast.
Well, outside of this podcast, I've never said or done anything untoward. It's actually me that has to deal with your gooner behavior.
True. True.
All right. Okay,
let's gang up on
we're
him.
derailing.
Oi, Nyph, just try to defend me for once.
so
Traitors.
what do we think? What do we think of Linko? She's cool.
Linko.
Nah, thanks.
She's cute, but I have to be honest. The other lady has drawn my attention. Okay, I'm gonna get crap for this. Like the lookalike from Withering Waves. You know, the one with the blue twin tails and the flames.
Nitsa.
Nitsa. Yeah, there we go. I can't believe her name is Nitsa, man.
Oh, man.
Like that sounds like a Romanian name.
Nitsa.
And it's not a cute name either. Just letting you know. It's basically what you would call like my very old neighbor from the countryside,
Oh,
right? Yeah, yeah.
well, she
It
looks
would be
cool
Male
too.
male
hilarious
neighbor,
if
by the way.
Oh,
it would
What?
be hilarious if she had a old man like personality.
Oh no, she's not gonna have an old man personality. Not with that look.
I'm just joking, man. I'm talking about Piper right now.
oh, Piper
Oh
from
my god, bro!
Zenless.
I love Piper from Zenless. She is so fucking funny, man.
She's
Like ever
It would
hilarious.
since
be funny.
1.4, where there was that cutscene where she drives the truck around and basically just like styles on all of the soldiers, I was like, okay, this is one of the best characters ever.
Peak. Peak Piper. I'm at what's it called? I just got introduced to Shifu. So I'm at like the start of season 2. And I've heard
Oh,
some people say that
okay.
they didn't really enjoy it, but I'm enjoying it thus far. I think it's pretty cool.
Most people didn't really like season 2 because it felt like it was slowing down and kind of like taking a departure from the usual urban aesthetic that Zenless has set up in season 1, right? And they didn't really like going towards the more Eastern fantasy vibe that Wi-Fi Peninsula has.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to play through it and binge it so I could get to 3.0 because looks good. Anything else about 1.3? We got the events, we got the good looking skins. What do you guys think of a jet ski?
Also, yeah, I was about to say that's gonna be a pricey boy with at 20 million fonts.
Personally, I am very impressed that they're adding like aquatic vehicles to the game. I was not expecting that. I am very surprised, but on the other hand, I am most likely not going to be pulling on the gacha for the jet ski. Just
And
putting it out there.
with the jet ski out, not out, but soon to be out, I actually have the feeling that they are gonna just give us the oppressor at this point.
They're gonna get. Sorry, come again.
Oppressor is the flying motorbike in GTA 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they are gonna introduce flying vehicles pretty soon.
You think
I
soon?
have a feeling after the jet ski.
I mean, it
I
does
f-
kind of make sense.
I
I
mean,
mean the
in my head,
way
I thought that
they are
they would
doing it.
wait.
I mean,
Obviously,
they might be waiting till patch till version 2,
like
but
the whole
we'll
point
see.
is that we don't really know exactly when it's going to come out, but at this point, because they've already set the precedent with the aquatic vehicles, what's to say that they're not going to implement air vehicles at one point in time? Could be a
And
helicopter, could be a plane, could be whatever at this point.
Yeah.
and they also gave Lacrimosa the ability to fly. So at this point, there is not really a reason not to give us the option. So
Okay, I do have a question. How do you guys feel about, because you mentioned the ability to fly for Lacrimosa, how do you guys feel about Zanko's ability to turn invisible? Do you actually think that's going to be interesting or useful in any way?
I don't know. Like
I
maybe
would love that ability in real life.
shoplifting.
Oh, wait, you might be right. I completely forgot about that. You could potentially use Zanko for shoplifting. That is true.
I actually tried it, and you can without getting caught.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, never mind. It kind of do be meta.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're gonna be able to like run around without triggering any sort of like enemies in Ping Pong's heist, right? But then again, you kind of
Yeah,
already
you can.
could do that to an extent. It's just
I
the
mean, with
cameras at the beginning that
Hotori.
are annoying. Yeah, and
Yeah,
Hotori just like slows down time. Okay, but out
it
of like,
stops, but yeah.
okay, out of the characters that we've gotten so far, like which ones do you find yourselves most drawn to? And I'm not talking just like in a oh, which one is the prettiest lady? Like all of the characters so far, which one do you gravitate towards the most?
Are you
Which one do you
trying
like
to
the most?
single me out here?
No, I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Like, how am I going to single you out?
Because you just said to not say just the prettiest lady. AK,
I mean,
yeah,
if that's going to be your criteria, sure, go ahead. Be my guest.
Open world, I really
obviously
like
Hotori.
Shinku.
Shinku.
Yeah, I go
Okay.
Yeah,
fast.
Shinku is.
I go fast and I jump far, and it's a lot of fun. And then like
Okay.
I do like her play style. Just like hyper carry, pump her up, and then ult. I don't like that you want to wait 8 seconds because I do have her ascension, so I could swap out of her. But like you have to wait for her to get those 8 stacks to do a big burst of damage. I don't love that part of it. And then obviously I play Lacrimosa a ton because she's my favorite. But having an A6 character does kind of, you feel like you're just way too OP running around popping everything. But Haniel's one stand out to me. I just love that little dude. Like her vibes
Dude?
just
And yeah, dude.
little dude.
Okay.
I'm from California.
Okay. All right. Fair. What about you, Nitro?
I mean, obviously Hotori and Shinku because I just love their style, but also it was great to see a half humanoid character in Shinku because yeah, this is gonna sound weird, but there is just something about half dragon girls, like in Miss Kobayashi, and also with Shinku and these other characters that just intrigues me about
You like it.
about
It's
this.
okay. Don't blush. This is Nitro's first time on the pod on camera. Let's all clap for him. He's blushing, thinking about Dragon Girl.
All right. Okay. To be perfectly honest, okay, I am like my community. Whenever I do streams and like I play Arknights Enfield, they try to call me out and say that the only reason that I get attracted to certain female characters is because they have a tail. Right. So apparently that's the joke that they're going for. So at one point in time, I was like, bro, how are you going to explain any of the characters that I like in HSR? They don't have tails. Okay.
I mean, they
do, but
could
don't.
have some kind of other tale that
Okay,
you don't know about yet.
point is, like I really love even now, right now, the more reason, like I was already drawn to Shinku from the idea of being a dragon girl, even more drawn to her after I saw that she's an edge lord, edge lady, and she had the hidden dark side that was, she had to keep her power in check, otherwise she's gonna destroy every. I love characters like
Her
that.
PV
okay?
was so
It is-
cool.
Yes, exactly, right.
Wait, I just realized she's basically Sid from Eminence in Shadow, but Dragon Girl version.
I don't remember who
Because
Seed was. I saw Eminence in Shadow and it was silly as all heck, but I don't remember who Seed was.
the main protag who has to
The dude.
Oh, Sid!
hold
Sid!
back.
Sid,
Hold
not
back.
Seed.
Just-
Sid.
just-
Okay.
Oh, did I mispronounce it?
Yeah, for a second I thought you were thinking about Seed from Zenless Zone Zero, but Sid
No,
is
Sid.
something else.
Sid.
Okay.
Yeah, so he has to keep his power in as well,
Mm.
just to not destroy everything.
It's pretty much that, exactly. So I'm already loving her for all of that, and now I'm loving her for the way that she's exploring this darker side of her in the quest. But I also love the cute moments. She has really cute moments where she's like getting a hug from one of the sheep. That was cute. She's getting in touch with her more, with the side of her that she kind of tried to keep at bay. She needed to strengthen herself to like be this cold, stone-faced individual. Stay away from me, you don't want to be my friend, and now she's kind of relaxing a little bit, and I like that. It's character development, but yeah, I'm definitely all for whatever crazy shit Zonko has up in 1.3. Especially what I really like about her is the
Here we
fact
go.
that she is still going to be a villain,
Mhm.
supposedly, and how they
You don't know
portray.
that yet.
No. We do know that, at least from the live stream, right? And the way they portrayed the relationship between her and the main character, she doesn't actually, like, if you invite her to your apartment, she is not
actually there.
she's an illusion. She's making the character go crazy. The MC0 is going a little bit cuckoo,
I kind of like that. It's cool. Yeah.
It's an interesting perspective that we haven't really explored in these gacha games. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen in the
I hope
future
she
with
stays a
this.
bad guy. Like that. I
Same.
don't like it when they shoe in talk no
A
jutsu
redemption
into
arc.
being. I mean, if it's a solid redemption arc, cool. But we're nowhere near getting that. It would have to be 1.6 territory.
Also, you guys
like
just
build on
basically
her.
want a baddie in NT.
Wait,
I
say
mean,
that again,
I
Nitro.
want Alfred.
So you guys just want a baddie in NT.
I mean, we already have baddies. Hotori's a baddie. Daffodil's a baddie. What do you mean? We
Haether?
already have that. Haether's
But
a
an
baddie,
actual
exactly.
baddie.
Okay, a woman who's actually evil. Okay, maybe. Who knows? Okay. We don't
Step
know.
on me.
Man.
We haven't
Wait,
talked
well,
about Arroy. She's a weirdo.
Okay.
Yeah,
I-
no comment
It's
on
so
like her.
scary inside of my dreams, and I'm just like, okay.
Wait. What do you mean? Wait,
She just,
what do you mean?
when you do your ultimate, her voice lines is like, let's all go back to mommy's tummy, or like, let's all go back to mother's belly, or whatever she says. Have you guys not had the dialogue from her ult?
Okay, fair. I play in JP. I have never heard that. Like, and I wasn't paying
me
attention
too.
to her ult so far.
You
I was
need to
kinda,
look it up.
speedrunning.
It's
I was,
so funny.
oh my.
She goes,
And
it's
also
dark
I
and
am
scary.
when I was playing Triple Nine Nights, I was also playing some other YouTube videos on the side, so I wasn't really paying attention to the voice lines, to be honest.
I will say I do like how she's presented in the story though, because she's basically like, okay, whenever I saw her the first time with the initial design, I thought, okay, I know who this is. This is your typical soft girl archetype where she has her little sheepy and she can be very kind and caring, but kind of shy. Apparently, that's not the case.
She's kind of a
Apparently,
douchebag.
she can be she can kind of be a douche sometimes, but she is more perceptive than she lets on. She cares for Shinku. She gets into like teasing matches with her eventually, right? She's kind of like I don't know how to call her, but I really like what they did with her. I kind of need to like think about it for a second to get the proper adjective to call her, to use for her. But I do like that she is more sarcastic in tone. She tells jokes. She's quick-witted. She really gives this vibe of like, yeah, I'm soft, I'm nice, but I can bite, bitch. Okay, like be careful. Like
But-
fine, don't test me because otherwise you're gonna get the thorns.
Why does she remind me so much of you, Vince?
Of who?
Of you.
You.
Me? Me? What do you mean?
Yeah, you pretend to be nice, but you are an actual asshole sometimes.
He's calling you
Oh
a
my
catty
God,
bitch.
really? Oh snap. Okay. I don't know. It depends. Like, hey, sometimes you just
She's
gotta
funny
do what
though.
you
She's
gotta
like
do,
super
and then-
sarcastic. I like her
Mhm.
like teasing and banter and stuff. It's fun. I'm excited that we're going to get to see the other ETD team though, because they look really cool as well.
What is this one? This one is ETD4, if I remember correctly.
4, I think it's either 4 or 6.
'Cause
One of those.
I assume I might be misremembering because I think 6 was Chaos with Lacrimosa, right? I can actually, I can check. I'm in the game. Oh wait, no, I'm in 99 Nights. Never mind.
I mean, you can just quit it just by
Nah.
pressing the escape and
I know,
going back
but
to the
I'm gonna
overworld.
lose my progress. I'm nowhere near a bonfire at this point.
But yeah,
You can teleport back to a bonfire.
Yeah, but I'm nowhere near. I need to like. It's fine, no worries. But question. What do you guys think of the new zones that we've seen so far? Okay, the ones from 1.3, because those look really good, like really good.
I wasn't paying attention, so I can't really say anything on that side.
I mean,
Or
so
wait,
far,
is it the map above the
Yeah.
the left side of the area?
the Your
no-
Name crater.
no. I'm
Yeah,
talking about from the 1.3 trailer, not from 1.2.
I didn't watch the 1.3 trailer.
Oh, okay. So, like, there's this one zone that I really, really like, and it's really bleak. It kind of gives me like, it's kind of like a combination between Expedition 33, and then there's that one moment at the very end of Bloodborne where you fight the moon presence, right?
Oh
And
no.
yes, and it's so cool, man. So like you're standing atop this cliff, and there's like a vast expanse in front of you, and right in front of you, there's this like more like feminine figure, but it's faceless because there's a giant hole inside of it, and it has these skeletal hands, and there's the crest, like the full moon behind it. I'm like, oh, that is so cool. Like, I don't know what the deal is with that, but that is so cool, right? And for
I'll
some
have to
reason,
watch the stream, man.
yeah,
That sounds interesting.
you do need to watch the trailer. Also, question. Like if anybody, okay, I know Nitro, you didn't watch it, but it's fine. Nyph, what do you think of the random guy that's in the wheelchair? Because I don't know what the deal with that guy is.
I was wondering about that too. I don't know if I said anything when I was watching it, but when I was going through and editing, I was like, I think I did say something. I think I was like, what is this? So yeah,
The guy's
I'm
just there.
curious. He's just there looking ominous. I don't know.
Okay, but what about the characters that we've seen so far from the Scarlet Letter? Because I'm kind of like assuming that the guy from the wheelchair is another member of the Scarlet Letter.
Yeah.
But so far, of the three girls that we know so far, so there's Zanku, there's the mother, and then there's the little Red Riding Hood that stole the jewel at the auction at the very beginning of the game. Do we think that maybe the other characters are going to be playable? Because so far, my assumption is that the mother is not going to be playable. But maybe
She'll probably
Little Red,
die soon.
yeah, but maybe Little Red Riding Hood is.
Yeah, the mother doesn't look playable. Like to me, I'm not somebody who would be like excited to pull on that banner. I am somebody who would pull for the Little Red Riding Hood character. So that's just my opinion.
mean,
but like I could see the mother probably dying either this patch or the next one, depending on how high the stakes are going to be with the Scarlet Letter. That's what I'm curious about, is like how big of a picture they're going to play. But when they had that whole scene in 1.3 where you kind of saw the silhouette of a bunch of Scarlet Letter members, it makes me feel like they may be a bit more of a long-term villain, but I'm hoping that they're adjacent to a greater overarching like plot. We'll see.
Yeah. It does feel like it's kind of building up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
What about you, Nitro? What are you thinking?
I mean, you guys basically said everything about the upcoming about the Scarlet Letter members.
I mean, well, no, but like, who do you think is going to be playable out of the list that we have so far?
Oof. Nita.
Well, Nita is not part of the Scarlet Letter. Like,
I know, but I want her.
Okay. So this is just like a personal preference. Taking okay. I get it. I get it.
I mean, we are talking about blue-haired girls. Oh wait, I'm seeing a pattern there.
Oh,
I also like the blue-haired girl in Vuva as well.
Okay, so that's
And they
that's your type.
both are bare feet.
Oh, so that's your type. You have a type.
No, I am more like a Gyaru person.
Really? Because it doesn't sound like you're saying anything about Lene. It sounds like you're just simping over Yuno.
I like Yuno.
No, then you are not reading your Discord channel.
I don't remember you sending me any Gyarus, I'm gonna be honest.
We were talking about that with Yuki. And also
I may have missed that. I don't know. If you're talking with Yuki, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm there. Just saying.
I know.
Anyway, sorry, I derailed enough. It's my fault. I am so sorry. Please, Nyph, I am so sorry.
We're just yapping.
It's all your fault.
Yeah, but I don't know how much time you have at your disposal and how much you planned. So sometimes I just end up yapping too long, and it feels
and it's like we've been here for 3 hours. No, I mean we're about an hour 15 right now, so we'll give any closing thoughts we have. I'll get into my little spiel once you guys wrap up closing thoughts. I feel like I've said everything I want to say. I'm excited for 1.3.
Go ahead, my good friend Nyph, Vincent.
Okay. You see, the thing is that you have your picture right next to Nyph, so I didn't understand that you were
Oh,
showing it like this. You
oh,
were
that
showing it towards Nyph, and I was like, "Whoa, okay, what's it?" No, I'm actually beneath you, so I'm. You are up here. No, you are up
brother.
here for
That
me. Exactly. Anyway,
I
point
now makes
is,
sense why you guys said that when you
uh-huh,
push your mic up, then it looked like mine
exactly.
was over here.
Point
Okay.
is, I am interested in seeing what is going to happen with NTE. I am definitely going to log in for the stories. As for the events themselves, I like Nitro said, I am playing way too many gacha games. And to be perfectly honest, the events don't really strike me as anything that are insanely memorable or extremely important experiences that I cannot do without.
So you just do
So
it for
I'm
the
most like
rewards if you were to do it.
if I were to do it, yeah, but that's the case for every single event, right?
FOMO.
There are no events. I can't say for any of the gacha games that I've played so far that are such memorable experiences that I have to play them, right? Like in Zenless, the only reason that I ever did the Bang Boom mini events, like Fall Guys and maybe the Tower Defense, was because they had
Oh, the
rewards
four
attached to
guys.
them. Like in HSR, the same way I did that stupid pixel plane event because there were rewards attached to it. So I was like, nah, this is just, it's too much. Like I'm done. I'm done. Like I'm just here for the story. I'm here for the characters. If I don't get the characters on the gacha, it is what it is. It happens, right? I'm just like gonna chill. So yeah, definitely interested in the story. Want to see Zonko. I hope I get her. I don't know if I did. I was lucky enough to get Eroy early, so I do still have some bank. I still have some funds. Skipping the gotcha for the jet ski, but we'll see what happens. I'm very interested to see what happens. Right? Maybe we're gonna get something like an insanely good event that is going to change my mind. We'll have to wait and see. But as of now, just the story for me. Thank you very much.
I feel that.
Yeah, I am basically the same because I have had more than enough of these little mini games that doesn't really add any value to the game itself and are just basically made to waste your time. I just can't be bothered with them anymore. Even in ZZZ, I am, and Arknights Enfield, I am like, nah, thanks. I even skipped some of the events in Arknights Enfield, even though that's my main game. So that base, and besides that, the one thing I really hope I didn't read the notification about this um, harpoon event, fishing event. Not sure how it is called. You know the fishing with harpoon. I really hope they keep it in the game because that's just way that's the fastest way to actually spend your stamina. I was able to spend it in like 10 minutes or 700, so that was wild, and I really hope they keep it that way because then I can still do the weekly stamina.
I will admit that is a really, really good event, not just for the stamina, but for the fact that it just fast tracks. Like if you've, I feel so bad for everybody who farmed, like what is it? What is the max level for fishing? 10?
10.
Like
Then
level 10 through normal fishing, that must have been hell. And now you can literally just like fast track it with the harpoons. That is such a good event. But yeah, that is a lot of quality of life in that one event.
good thing I only went till about levels 5 or 6.
I'm
At
like
that point, I just said, nah.
almost level 9. And so I'm like, oh, great. Cool. Thanks. But I mean, I personally like in terms of events, I don't consider so I don't like the Fight Club, but Fight Club was an event. The Shadow and Seek little hide and seek mini game, like those are cool in the way that they're game modes that people can enjoy if it's something that's fun for them. For me, like it's kind of a one and done unless if we were to do it on Discord for like a fun either group content event or a community event, that could be fun, but I'm not solo queuing into this hide and seek mini game with randoms. I only did it to get the rewards, like you guys said. What's killing you, Vince?
I was just thinking, like, because you said that is such a fun idea, and I was just thinking, like, if we're ever gonna have one of these matches where we go into the Fight Club mode, I really want to like have the opportunity to just say, like, "Hey guys, I'll see you in the showers."
Oh,
Oh God.
brother. Oh,
Well, that's it for us, guys. This has been Anomaly Anonymous episode number 4 or whatever.
Feel free to cut that one out if it's too
No,
much.
it's staying in.
Oh my. Okay.
oh, you messed up,
That
man.
didn't sound good either.
Hey.
Future
There was nothing
plans.
needful.
We're going to be starting a weekly, hopefully, podcast here in the next week or two that is going to broadly cover gacha games in general. And we will do more focused episodes specifically on the games that I cover as like patch and updates warrant it. So my good friends here will probably join me pretty often. But this has been a smaller episode of Anomaly Anonymous. And yeah, thank you guys for doing this last minute with me. Just wanted to yap a little bit before 1.3 comes out in, what is it, 32 hours, whatever. I'm bad at math right now.
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
31 hours
Something
from
about
now.
that.
But this is
Something like
probably
that.
coming out. Yeah, whatever. Thank you guys for joining me. Shout yourselves out.
Thank
I'll
you for
link you
having me.
guys down in the description.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Thank you for
am.
the opportunity.
Sorry, go ahead. No. By all means, I started first. You ended first. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I thank you for the opportunity, Nyph, like always. And I was Nitrogen. I hope to see everybody in the next podcast.
And I am Vincent. Nyph, thank you for the invitation. As always, it's great fun to chat with you guys, and it's always fun to have somebody to talk to about these games because otherwise, my only companions are my chat, and they're more interested in gooning than anything else. It's always fun.
That's your
Thank you.
fault.
No, it's not. Thank you so much for having me. I am Vincent Remethar. I stream on both YouTube and Twitch. I do content on YouTube as well, like scripted videos, freeform videos sometimes. I play a lot of gacha games, which I should probably cut off on, which don't know if I can because I am kind of like addicted to the idea of like playing anime games and JRPGs and whatever, right? But yeah, if you like stuff like Silver Palace, if you want coverage on Ananta, if you want stuff on NTE, ZZZ, Arknights, Enfield, feel free to follow my channel. And that's about it for me.
Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Peace.